Hello everyone, welcome to the new lecture of computer aided process synthesis. This is lecture number 16. In this lecture, we will continue with chapter number 3, that is the separation trains. How to synthesis separation trains we have seen in previous lectures. How to find best sequence of distillation column also we have seen in previous lecture. In this lecture, I will take another example that is very important for exam point of view based on marginal vapor rate method. As we know that marginal vapor rate method is used to find out best sequence for distillation column. Why it is necessary to find best sequence of distillation column? We know that if we want to optimize our distillation column, it means, in other words, I can say if we want to increase the energy efficiency and if you want to increase the production, make good profit and reduce the labor cost, at that time we should know best sequence for the separation of distillation column mixture. So how to find that best sequence? We have seen one numerical based on that in previous lecture. In this lecture, I will take another example which is also important for your exam point of view. So this is that method. This is numerical. Use the marginal vapor rate method to determine a sequence for the separation of light hydrocarbons, where this table will be given in your exam as well. You have to find only this statement and this table will be given in your exam. How to use this table to find best sequence, I told you in previous lecture, but I think this is a very important for your exam point of view. So I am taking another example. So see carefully in today's lecture as well. So this is separation and marginal vapor rate corresponding to that separation. For example, A/B means separation of component A from the mixture of A and B. Similarly, A/BC means separation of A from the BC. Similarly, A/BCD means separation of component A from BCD. Similarly, in this manner, there is up to ABC/D, and corresponding marginal vapor rate method, marginal vapor rate are given. For example, A/B, that is 0, A/BC 155, AB/CD, that is 390, and ABC/D, that is 590. You can see for other separation as well. In this table, everything is given, and that marginal vapor rate is in the kilomole per hour. But before that, you should know why it is necessary. Why only vapor rate is required? Why we are not considering liquid rate? Because we know that if there is an adverse vapor flow rate, there can be various conditions occur in our distillation column. For example, there can be flooding, there can be entrainment, there can be dumping, like this. So to avoid those conditions, we are going to select best sequence for the separation of our mixture. So how to find? By using marginal vapor rate method, we will see now. So this is marginal vapor rate method. We have seen in previous lecture as well. So quickly we will see important points related to this method. First point, we have seen that when the application of heuristics complicated for sequencing ordinary distillation column, then it is preferable to include a method which depends upon the column design and cost estimation. If we know that there is a heuristics for the sequencing, heuristics means rules for the sequencing of distillation column. For example, we are keeping outside the corrosive material, we are keeping outside the high boiling point component, like this we have seen, direct sequence, indirect sequence, both all those rules we have seen in previous lecture. If those things are not working, then we are going for the marginal vapor rate method. So what is this method? You can see here, we are dealing here with the marginal annualized cost. What is the meaning of marginal annualized cost? This is the difference between in the cost between the first column is the separation in the absence of non-key components, means cost for the separation in absence of non-key components, and second one, separation in the presence of key components. Key components means, suppose there is a mixture of A plus B plus C plus D, means, and I am saying that A is the main component, A is the pure component, means whatever we are going to separate, that is component A, means A is the key component, means separation in the presence of key component means separation of mixture and component in the presence of A component. Similarly, separation of absence of non-key components means B, C, D. These are the non-key components. Okay, and absence of these components means we are dealing with component A only. So difference between the cost required for the separation of these two columns, these two separation methods, is nothing but marginal annualized cost. And how to find that? See here, good approximation of MSE is the marginal vapor, which is the minimum sum of column marginal vapor rates. Minimum vapor rates, value of any column, okay, value of addition of MS marginal vapor rate for any column, that should be minimum. This condition, or whichever the column satisfy this condition, that column is the best sequence. Last, vapor rate is a good measure of cost. Why it is important? Why it is a good measure? Because it is factor for determining the column diameter as well as the reboiler and condenser duties. These three parameters, first one column diameter, reboiler and condenser duties, are very important to design any distillation column. Because then and then we can find out how much trays are required for the separation, okay, and how much energy consumption will be there in any separation method. Because of these three parameters, we can determine these things. But to calculate these three parameters, what is important? We should know vapor rate. So vapor rate is a depend on the various cost, that is annualized cost and fixed cost as well. And column diameter, designing of column diameter, reboiler and condenser duties are depend on the vapor rates, and overall separation is depend on the column diameter and reboiler and condenser duties. Overall separation means how much trays will be required for separation, that is depend on the column diameter, reboiler duties and condenser duties, and these column diameter, reboiler and condenser duties are depend on the vapor rate. So these are the important points related to this. And finally, now we will calculate the best sequence for this numerical. So you have to remember this diagram first. I told you for 4-component mixture, you should know these 5 diagrams, 5 flow sheets. First one is this, that is nothing but direct sequence. You can see here, A is separated from BCD, B is separated from the C and D, and lastly C is separated from D. Second one is A is separated from BCD. Secondly, we are removing high boiling component, that is D. BC means D is separated from BC. And lastly, we are separating binary mixture, that is of B and C. Third, we are converting our 4-component mixture to the binary mixture, means AB and CD. Okay, then we are treating AB in another distillation column and CD is in the different distillation column, where we are separating C from D, and in the previous we are separating A from B components. This is a 4th flow sheet where we are separating first less volatile component. D is a less volatile component, means it is a high boiling point component. We are separating that in the first distillation column, so we can operate next to distillation column in the less temperature, means operating temperature we can operate at the lowest value. And lastly, this is an indirect sequence where we are separating less volatile component first and more volatile component, which is a pure component, in the last distillation column. Suppose here A is the more volatile component, we are separating that component in the last distillation column, and D and C are the less volatile component, which we are separated preferably, means in a starting distillation columns. Okay, so these 5 figures, you have to remember these figures. Now we are going to calculate effective MUR, effective marginal vapor rates. How to calculate? You can see here, for A/BCD value is for, you have to add the value for A/BCD plus B/CD plus C/D. I am repeating, value for A/BCD plus value for B/CD plus value for C/D. You can see here, value for A/BCD is 315, value for B/CD is 230, similarly for C/D is 0, and total is 545 kilomole per hour. Next one is, now you have to calculate for this figure, that for A/BCD we know that 315 kilomole per hour. Similarly for BC/D, that is 375. You can check here in this 375 BC/D, BC/D, BC slash D, that is 375. You can see here BC slash D, that is 375, and for B slash C, that is 0. B slash C, that is 0. And overall is effective MUR is 690 kilomole per hour. Next one, for this C figure, AB slash CD MVR is 390. You can see here AB slash CD 390, and for A slash B and C slash D, that is 0 0. For binary mixture, that is 0. So overall is 390. Next figure, ABC slash D, that is a 590. You can see here ABC slash D, that is 590. After that, A slash BC, that is 155. A slash BC, that is 155, and lastly for BC is, you can see here BC is 0. BC is 0, and overall is, means effective MVR is the 745 kilomole per hour. Last figure is indirect sequence, where you can see ABC slash D is the 590 kilomole per hour, AB slash C is the 217 kilomole per hour, and lastly A slash B is 0 kilomole per hour. You can check in this figure as well. Everything is given in this figure. You have to just add those things and find out best MVR, best sequence. Now, which is the best sequence? Addition should be lowest. First, you can see here for first figure, that is 445 kilomole per hour. Second, 690 kilomole per hour. Third is 390 kilomole per hour. Fourth one is 745 kilomole per hour. And 807 kilomole per hour. Which is the best one? Minimum for C, effective MVR is a minimum, that is a 390 kilomole per hour, and this is the best sequence. Those students are interested in a designing field of the chemical engineering. For those students, this is a very important parameter. If anyone asks you to find manually which is the best sequence, you should know these basic things about sequence. So this is all about today's lecture. Thank you very much.